There we go.
Oh, it's going.
There we go. What's up,
Hello.
everybody?
Let's go.
How are we doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Hoagies N Pierogis Pod. Week 2, college football edition, and week 1, NFL edition. We have got a
Kicking off
lot.
with the big boy football.
Oh my God. We have got a lot to talk about. It has been a crazy week already. And just so everyone knows while you're watching, I have these games on, so I'm going to try not to react. We're currently watching the afternoon slate, so I'm going to try not to react too much. I make no promises.
Yeah, I have it up on my computer, so I have Skype over it right now.
Ah, there you
And
go.
I have it muted. I can't hear it.
Kyler just went for a very long run and almost
So
scored.
let's just get baseball out of the way first. Some interesting baseball news.
Yep, I'll let you
Finally,
take the lead.
even though we're mid-season, we're already getting stuff out of season that's more more entertaining.
More entertaining. Something that isn't going to happen until next year is more entertaining than what's happening right now.
So the first ever MLB draft lottery, akin to the NBA draft lottery, will be on December 6th, where the Pirates are tanking for the first pick right now, but they'll end up getting like the 7th pick or something.
So that goes into account this year for this draft.
It's the 2023 draft, yeah.
Damn. Okay.
This is already kind of set in place, but no one knew when it was going to be.
Okay.
And then new rule changes. Pitch clock. Finally adding a pitch clock to the majors. Jesus Christ, it took way too long.
Yeah. That one I think makes sense. That's like, just let's get it going. But there's some of these rule changes that I feel are sort of dumb, and we'll talk about that as we get to it.
Yeah, I love going to minor league games because they're so short, and you're like
Yeah.
2.5 hours, 3 hours max. You're out of
Mm-hmm.
there. Bases enlarged from 15 inches to 18 inches. That's just like a player safety thing.
What's that do for player safety? Like,
So if a player is, you know what? I don't exactly know why.
that's just what they say.
That's just what they say. But
Okay.
I have a feeling it'll lead to less errant slides.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was gonna say
It really is kind of dumb. It doesn't matter in the whole scheme of things. It doesn't really matter.
I can hear Joe Buck on Sunday Night Baseball next year going just like, and those extra 3 inches really helped him there on that from not getting picked off.
Maybe Jung Ho Gung wouldn't have gotten his ACL torn in half.
Ooh.
I don't know. I probably would have still happened. Who knows? 3 inches doesn't seem like
Yeah.
But then the big one, the shift restrictions. There can only be 2 infielders on each side of second base. Like before the play starts.
You're probably more on baseball Twitter than me. Definitely, probably almost definitely. How's baseball Twitter reacting to this?
To
this rule specifically.
Mostly they'll be like, good, now there won't be a bunch of sweaty fucking managers doing this shit in the middle of the game. Shifting is kind of sweaty. It's like, all right.
Okay.
Like your pitcher can't get the hitter out, so you're gonna line up in the way that he usually hits the ball. But then the hitters also should get used to the shift, but no one wants to adjust to it.
Yeah, that was my only thing with it is like, why don't you adjust and try to, but like, I feel like that's so hard. I mean, you're professional, so you should be able to do it, but
yeah,
I feel like sometimes you just feel lucky to even hit the ball at all.
Well, I've seen way too many times where it bit the shifting team in the ass. And
Yeah,
and it goes right up the gap where no one's standing. And I was it happens to the Pirates all the time because they do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God damn it.
Or like learn to bunt the other way.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. And you have to start in the infield dirt. So a lot of people are theorizing that someone from the second base side is gonna like sprint over to the outfield where they usually hit it
as the pitch starts.
Yeah.
I heard they're gonna draw like marks because I think in some minor leagues they have like almost like a little staple marked where they can't like move out of, like almost like the
Yeah.
goalie trapezoid behind the net in hockey.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think that'll make people's infield dirt more uniform. Because
Hmm.
they can have as much dirt on the infield as they want, I think.
Do the Blue Jays? Do they still have that like all grass and just dirt around the bases?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was
So
awesome. I like
yeah,
that.
someone posted that about Three Rivers. Three Rivers had the same thing where it was just
Hmm.
like a base, like it looked like an enlarged base, but it was
Hmm.
just a patch of dirt right under the
Oh,
base, and the
I
rest of it
like
was
that.
just grass. Just
That was just fun. It's just fun to look at. It's like when some of the old football stadiums used to have baseball stadiums in there, like the old
yeah.
Raiders stadium when they'd be running through, and all of a sudden you're like, where the fuck did the dirt come from?
And this one I think is the most interesting one. No one really saw this coming. Pitchers now limited to 2 pickoff attempts, like per runner, and if a
Uh-huh.
third one fails, they'll get ruled for a balk.
I think this one's dumb. I know they're trying to go for like slow, like speeding games up and stuff, but like that really plays in the runner's head of like, all right, he's going to try and like after the second one, that runner is probably more likely to go because I don't know, or maybe I don't know. I think it's dumb. I think you should be allowed to throw it over there as much as you want.
Yeah, stolen
Just
bases are down league wide. I feel like that will be
mm,
it does make it a little bit more exciting to see a stolen
that's
base.
true. That's true.
Um,
See it or see more catchers gunning people down. Probably
yeah,
have
that'll
more
be
of that.
cool.
I
But
get I get caught in yachty highlights.
I fucking hate when there's a lefty on the mound, so they're facing first base and they can see him, and they're always just again just extremely sweaty, just like
Hmm.
trying to mimic a move that doesn't send them towards first base, but it's still like part of their wind up. It's like, come on, dude, just pitch the damn ball. You're not gonna pick
Yeah,
them up.
exactly. So
But yeah, that's those are the new rules. Not really that exciting. Should change the game a little bit, make it
hmm
faster. That'll be good.
yes,
Because we
definitely.
want high speed like football.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get into football. Let's just let's just start off with this Texas Alabama game. I just want to start with that.
Um, yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it.
It it was such an awesome game. Like I know it wasn't really high scoring, but it was nice to see Alabama be vulnerable. Texas looks very good. If Quinn Ewers didn't get hurt, I think they honestly win that game. And I think what all of football Twitter was saying and everyone from the SEC was saying was everyone realizes how many calls Alabama gets or doesn't get called on them now because even though that it was the most penalized team, that's the most penalties an Alabama team has had in the Nick Saban era.
Dude, it
And
was face
they
masks
still
left and right. It wasn't even like small stuff. They were yanking their heads off.
there were so many calls that were missed and I couldn't believe it. Like not it was just it made no sense. And um Ian Ian thought I was losing my mind over this one play in the end zone with the safety, which I was very much in the moment. And after
Well, no, five
after
minutes go by and you're like, wait, they're reviewing it for targeting? Yeah, RJ, they announced that initially. Yeah.
oh, I didn't have the sound on.
Oh, okay.
I just saw it when when the thing came up on the graphic. So I was like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, how is that targeting at all?
That didn't make
So
any sense. I mean, that was what it was called as. There was no roughing the passer. It
yeah.
was initially called as targeting, and I was like, what?
It was
Why?
they
Why?
didn't even really touch him. The guy was dragging him down and the other guy just hit the fucking ball
Mhm.
that came in late.
Yeah. And
So
then people are like, safety, safety. Well, he was never down. It was really close.
it was very
And
close.
then
I
they're
think
like, but the ball didn't make it to the line of scrimmage. It hit someone in the head and then landed in the end zone.
yeah. So I mean it was just I think this is the game where I at first right after my first overreaction was Alabama looks vulnerable. They're going to lose another game.
Hmm.
I think this is like, I think Nick Saban is all up in their asses because they were so undisciplined. If you heard him at the end of the game when they were doing the horns down, you heard him. He goes, don't do that shit. He was yelling at the
Oh my
players.
God. I bet.
So they are going to be tight as could be from here on out. And I think this is the game where people are going to think Alabama started to look vulnerable, but I think this is the game that helps them realize their weaknesses and they get it right. But they do have a lot of tough road games this year, so it could be interesting. They could end up in closer games. I think, they've had games like this, like last year they had a couple games like that. I
Yeah.
think the main issue is their offensive line because they were getting to Bryce, and when they play Georgia's defense is still really good. So they're probably going to play them in the SEC championship, and that's what's going to be the issue. But
I think Georgia's just straight up better than Alabama
they are.
over the first 2 weeks, for sure, easily.
Absolutely. And I think some people might say, well, they were favored by 52 against Samford and only scored 33. Well, they scored 33 and they didn't need to score anymore. So why put anything else on tape? So,
dude, watching that game, I was like, I know why Bijan Robinson has like 6,000 NIL deals.
He is so
a monster,
good.
dude. Oh my God.
So good.
Jesus Christ.
Whenever he
came in and touched the ball, it was insane.
And I'll tell you what, that wide receiver, Xavier Worthy, too, he's damn good. Him and Ewers have a connection. And Ewers is out 4 to 6 weeks, but man, I think their schedule is favorable.
Yeah.
Until then.
What was the diagnosis on Ewers?
Something with his clavicle.
Because Card had a high ankle sprain, didn't he?
Yeah, he had something too. So, I mean, God, the more I look into it, the more Alabama's just lucky because they almost lost to a backup on one leg.
Yeah, that was really the only college game I really paid attention to and watched.
I have one other thing about that game, and at the end of that game, Bryce Young showed why he was a Heisman Trophy winner last year. He took charge of that offense, and he said, "We're going to go down, and we're going to go win this game." That's exactly what he did.
He did. That was good for them. That was really good for them.
Yeah. So other than that, this week was just upsets all over the place, left and right. I'll just get my Penn State talk out of the way now. We looked all right. I'm still whatever. I'm just gonna have to deal with Clifford this year, even against a MAC team. There was some throws he made where I'm like, what the fuck was that? He threw it into double coverage against the MAC team, but it's whatever. So
yeah, it was halftime. I was looking at the scores at halftime, and Marshall was up 9-7 over Notre Dame.
They end up pulling it out. Marcus Freeman starting his Notre Dame career 0-3 is not a great sign. It is not a great sign. And I think, were they still ranked this week?
They were 8 because they lost to Ohio. No, they're only 0-2. They're only 0-2.
The new rankings. Okay, the new rankings that just came out today.
Oh, that's what I didn't bring up.
They're unranked. Okay, I was like, no way. So, yeah, their season's pretty much in the toilet. They're gonna lose at least 1 or 2 more games, and especially there's a team that I want to talk about when we get there, but I want to get into the upsets this week because, like you said, Notre Dame losing to Marshall, to fucking Marshall, and all the clips all over Twitter. We are.
It wasn't even close either. Like, they dominated the whole game. It was bad.
Their offense is not good. And clearly their defense is not that good either. I mean, Jesus.
I think like 2 weeks ago before the first game against Ohio State, we were like, or you were like, why is Notre Dame shouldn't even be ranked? And this is
exactly. They really shouldn't.
They really shit the bed.
Now the other big game with the upset, and I put this in the itinerary of just like things just always stay the same or narratives always stay the same. Appalachian State upsetting Texas A&M. Like, ever since they beat Michigan all those years ago, it's always scary to play Appalachian State, and it's so true. And A&M looked awful. They looked terrible.
Yeah, well,
They're
I was gonna say this
don't
too. They only beat Sam Houston State 31-0.
yeah.
The most they scored in one quarter was 10 points in week one.
And I
They
saw
did
some
not look
A&M
good.
fans. No. And with Jimbo, he's supposed to be, he took Jameis to a national championship, and he's supposed to be this, QB whisperer and all that. And he can't figure out the quarterback at A&M. Kellen Mond was the best that they had, and even he was like, okay. You've got a 5-star freshman in the waiting, and Haynes King looks awful out there. So why wouldn't you just put him in at halftime? And then oh my God, afterwards, he was saying some stupid ass shit. He was like, we can really build on this in the end. And I'm like, what? No, I don't know about that, sir. You guys just lost to Appalachian State. And I'd send my kids to Appalachian State just for the off chance they get this to happen once while they're there.
Yeah. Did you see the video of the two groups of kids
Dude,
running at each other on Main Street?
Oh my God.
I would have loved to have been a part of that. That was
I
so good.
know. They were just losing just it looked like the zombie horde coming at you.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, here we go.
Oh, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. So good.
Oh, so sweet.
Next on the list is a Baylor BYU.
Yes, Baylor BYU. I think now the numbers will tell you it's an upset, but BYU was favored in that game.
Yeah, BYU is
So
at home. It looks pretty good week one.
Yep. Baylor, they won the Big 12 last year, but I don't think they're not going to do it again this year. Their defense is good, but I mean, I still give credit to Dave Aranda. I mean, for turning that program around so fast. But BYU is a legit team this year, and some people had them in the playoff this year. So I don't know if that's just a sexy pick because Cincinnati, but
I don't think that was a smart pick.
No. Let's just throw the Mormons in there this year.
That's who it was. It was I was thinking of the Pittsburgh game. Keaton Slovis had a concussion.
Oh, yeah, he got
his
hurt.
Backup had a high ankle sprain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I missed when Slovis was out because I had Tennessee in that game. So I was watching, but I had other ones. And I thought Tennessee was going to kill Pittsburgh. So I don't know if that says more about Pittsburgh or if it says more about Tennessee that it went to overtime. Because Tennessee looked bad at the beginning. Well, they did not look good.
I think people are like, whoa, Pittsburgh played unranked West Virginia so close last week. It's been 11 years. No one really knows how close they always play each other. So
that's a little
bit different.
Yeah. You can't say that about rivalry games because rivalry games always get weird. The A&M Arkansas game, ever since A&M has been in the SEC, is always weird. It's always close. And like Texas A&M was almost lost to Arkansas a couple of years ago when Arkansas was literally the worst team in college football. Literally. So you can't say much about stuff like that. Rivalry games that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The Washington State upsetting Wisconsin at home, I believe.
Oh yeah, 17-14.
Wisconsin. Listen, these Big Ten teams, mostly Big Ten West teams, they need to adjust to how college football is now because they're just sticking to this good defense, run the ball, don't need an amazing quarterback. That's not going to fit anymore because you're vulnerable to these lower teams who can just sling the ball around the field. Now, Washington State didn't necessarily sling the ball around the field, but still, you're going to have to adjust because Iowa, whew, I mean, after last week.
I don't know how they thought this week was going to go based off of last week.
I mean, good Lord. It was horrible.
I think I took Iowa State to cover +4 in that game.
It was easy. It looked hard at first, but it ended up being an easy game for them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see the other.
This one wasn't an upset, but it's upsetting to me. West
Kansas?
Virginia, no, well, yeah, West Virginia lost 2 games in a row on a pick six, basically.
Oh,
This
yeah,
one
I
was a
forgot
walk
they
off
lost
though,
on that.
because it was a pick six in
Yeah,
overtime.
Kansas is frisky this year. I'll tell you what, they like that new coach.
They
They
do.
Lance Leipold. I'm not gonna say Kansas is gonna like make noise, but they could upset a team in that division easily. Like Oklahoma and Texas, watch out when you play Kansas because
Yeah.
they'll do something.
Uh-oh. All right, let's see here.
There's another big one. I have it. I gotta change it to the top 25 because when I look at all the games, I get lost. It's just a lot of games.
USC, you had USC was looking pretty good.
Oh my God. Yes, they
I
are
was
literally. It is so funny because they are literally Oklahoma. Like Lincoln Riley just took everything about being at Oklahoma and was like, we're just going to do it at USC. Caleb Williams looks amazing, and his connection with Jordan Addison is unreal.
looking good. They looked
They're,
really good against Stanford. That was one of the only other games I watched
yes.
this week.
And it's so perfect and they're so Oklahoma that they let Stanford score 28 points. Stanford should not even been anywhere close to that. So it's
No.
just Lincoln Riley, we're going to score points and have no defense. It's They looked good though. I stayed up to watch that game because there's a lot of hype, and their running back, something die. It's like Dye. He is good too, and they can make.
Yes, yes, he is.
Pac-12 is so weird. I don't know, but I think they have a chance to make that playoff if they can even go 11-1. They have a chance, but they'll do exactly what Lincoln Riley does. They'll get blown out in the first in the first week.
Oh, is this the one you wanted to go over? Kentucky and Florida.
Yes,
You've been harping on Kentucky.
I might have to take some stuff back about Kentucky.
No, I mean like you've been like I think talking about them pretty good.
I think I talked about Keaton Slovis being ranked high as possibly like a first overall pick, and I don't think he's going to be that, but he played really well. And Mark Stoops this was a perfect Mark Stoops game.
Wait, you mean who? Kentucky's QB?
Yeah, Keaton Slovis, but Mark Stoops is the
No,
coach.
that's Pitt's QB, isn't it?
Or not Keaton Slovis.
Will
Fucking
Levis.
hell, Will Levis. Thank you. Yes,
There we go.
my bad. I don't know why I got those mixed up.
Slovis, Levis.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I thought you were going to make fun of me. Thanks. Thanks for the backup there.
No, I've been I've been mean
But
past week.
I was getting pissed at you when you were replying to my tweets yesterday. I was like, Ian, you don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Shut up. uh,
Oh my
yeah, Kentucky was impressive to go to the swamp and win like that. Uh, I talked about Anthony Richardson last week and how good he looked. Complete 180 this week. He looked horrible. I mean, so bad.
Oof.
And that's kind of what he did last year when he was in or not. I think Kentucky and Tennessee are going to be those two teams fighting for that second spot in the East after Georgia.
Yeah, that side of the
Oh,
SEC is just gonna keep flipping and turning over like crazy up and down the rankings.
yeah, it's
Because
going to
now we
be.
got Florida down to 18, Kentucky up to 9.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
crazy.
there goes Justin Jefferson. Um, it was just an insane game. Arkansas, I thought, had a chance to lose to South Carolina yesterday, and it was closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
It should have been a fucking blowout because South Carolina, what's his name? Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler, yeah.
He's not good.
I hate him.
He's not good. And yeah, you have a right to hate him because he's a dick. He's like a full on douchebag. I think a lot of people who watched him in that QB1 thing they did when he was in high school, he was just a straight up bitch and a half.
He's the albino, right?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, pretty much. That is basically the best way to describe it. And then I think the last upset we have is Texas Tech beating Houston in overtime on a walk-off touchdown by the quarterback running it in. That was an awesome game. I wish I would have watched that. I didn't watch it, so I don't have much to say about it, but I
Yeah.
watched the reaction after and then storming the field and the fucking field goal post coming down right away. I love when they do that. I always think
awesome.
the students are tearing it down, but I think they like release it and have it go down so people aren't climbing it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then the only other thing, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it would be terrible to get all the way up there and be the one that's on the top of the field goal post as it goes down.
Yeah. The only other thing I have about college football off the top of my head is Brian Kelly was compensating for last week's loss. If you didn't see the score at halftime, I thought LSU was going to put up 100 because they were up 51-0 at halftime.
51. Oh my God. What the hell?
And you know what? Fuck you, Brian Kelly. Your team sucks because you only ended up scoring like 67. You should have scored 100. You should have just done it. You should have just been like, last week, you know what? We fucked up, but look, we scored 100 fucking points, so fuck all of you.
Should have just went for it, huh?
Did you see what the reporter said to him in the one press conference?
No, I didn't.
I guess the reporter came in like 3 minutes late or something, and he was saying something about it, like trying to make a joke. And she goes, well, maybe if you'd win games, I'd be on time.
Oh.
And he just was completely flabbergasted. He had no idea what to say back to that.
I don't know if I would either.
Yeah. But a crazy day yesterday in college football all over. I looked ahead to next week. It doesn't look that great. I don't think there's really that many great matchups, but I mean, we'll see. We thought there was only a couple this week, and it turned into a wild weekend.
It did, yeah. Usually,
I've got some
weeks like 3 through 5 or 6 before conference play are pretty boring.
Yeah, it can, maybe you get a crazy upset or something, but it's usually pretty chalky.
Yeah.
I've got some possible 2007 vibes for this season. That if you don't know, that 2007 college football season was like every number 2 seed got upset like every week. And
really?
I think that was the same year Boise won that game against Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. Like it was just a wild year in college football. At one point, South Florida was like ranked number 2. It was a year Matt Ryan.
2007. I think it was 2007 was the year West Virginia was number 2.
Yeah.
Lost to Pitt. Didn't get to play in the national championship.
Yep. And then Matt Ryan had BC up at like number 1 or number 2, and they lost right away.
Oh, shit.
It was a wild year.
I have a feeling it happened a lot more like upsets happened a lot more often, like between the big numbers.
Yeah, probably back. And I think might be coming back to earth with that a little bit after this weekend. Like, I feel like the gap might not be as big with like transfer portal, NIL deals, this new 12 teams in the college football playoffs. I think there's a chance for, stuff to just be fucking insane. And I'm excited for it. That's what I love. Chaos is always the most fun when it comes to college football.
I think they should just go back to the BCS thing and have the AP poll be the de facto poll.
The BCS? You think we should go back to arguably,
but with the 12 team playoff.
Wait, what? I want. How are you putting this together? Explain this. Well,
no, the college football playoff committee has their own ranking system. The BCS just went off the AP poll.
Oh, wasn't the BCS a computer?
Oh, it was the computer, but I thought
that was arguably like the worst one.
The AP poll basically mimicked it, though, right?
I think the BCS, like the AP poll, was the computer. So yeah, you're right. Basically, they were like one and the same, or something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah,
that makes it more fun.
Yeah. Jesus. Ian's picking what everyone argued was the worst way to decide the champion.
Yeah.
He's like, let's do that again.
Ever. Computers are better nowadays.
All right. So
But
I
hey,
think
Dawson Knox season not coming after Thursday. What the fuck was that? 1 catch, 5 yards. 1 catch, 5 yards.
let's do it, Ian. Let's talk some NFL.
Dude, I think I was more pissed about that than the Patriots losing today.
Are you serious?
1.5 points? Are you joking?
Oh, guess what? Ian, it hasn't happened in a while. Siri popped up.
Siri! I don't think it's popped up since the last time that I made a joke about it.
Yeah, it hasn't.
It's been a while.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess you probably just expected to lose today, but I think
I did expect to lose, but we got some good stuff going on here. It's all right.
Yeah, I think the craziest thing is I think you guys should have lost by more. And Miami, I don't know. I didn't
Can we talk about the Bills Rams first?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That was I'm mad about that game, first of all.
It was so they looked both like themselves the first quarter. That I don't know what the fuck happened.
Matt Stafford's arm happened.
Yeah.
That might be a problem.
What's up with those PRP injections now? Watch.
Yeah, that might end up being an issue. His throwing motion started to really fall apart as
it did. It did. You could tell that he was getting really tired. His arm slot, it was kind of the same, but it was kind of like drooping there at the end. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
He was dropping that arm. He's always had that funky throwing motion, but he kept dropping that arm, and it was not. I mean, he sailed. I can't believe Cooper Kupp had that many yards. The amount of times he just sailed passes over Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp with 31 fucking points, even with Stafford's bum elbow. Jesus Christ.
I thought about taking his receiving over. I think I told you last week or the week before that he only didn't hit his receiving over once last year. 16 out of 17 games he hit his receiving over, and I was like, I don't know if that. I should have just done it. Instead, I took Cam Akers to score, and Cam Akers didn't get one. He got one fucking carry, I think, maybe not even.
I don't think
Sean
he played.
McVay's, he had one carry. He was out there, and Sean McVay's lying ass after in press conference and stuff talking about we didn't get into a rhythm. He needs to show more stuff. How can he fucking show anything when he's not even fucking out there?
I didn't understand that at all. I didn't know if he was hurt or what, but it didn't seem like he was.
No, I don't know what it is either. He came back from the ACL to play in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
And he didn't look great, but I mean, they gave him nothing. They gave him nothing to work with, nothing to try. They just had fucking Darrell Henderson out there.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I was mad because I was like, well, I should have picked up Darrell Henderson. I was going to, but he's just out there on waivers waiting for someone else to pick him up. But it was a sloppy game overall. And I think the Bills ultimately did what they wanted to, but they should have just stopped running the fucking ball so much and passed it to Gabe Davis more.
I was going to say, let's pump you up. Gabe Davis scored that touchdown for you right away.
Dude, I was so happy. Just right down the field. Nice little nice little 17-yard catch. It was perfect.
That play was a beautifully developed play, too.
Beautiful play action. I saw it the whole way through. I was like, this is going to Davis, and he's got to catch it, and it fucking did.
And that game, those, Oh, I thought I heard music. Sorry. Those two number one receivers in that game really showed out. Diggs and Kupp really were I mean, and Josh Allen, every year his accuracy just gets better and better. It was one of the biggest knocks on him coming
Yeah.
into this into the league, but some of those windows he was fitting that into Diggs, I was like, "What the fuck? Oh, okay, all right, there goes Diggs for 40 yards." He's
It was
so
awesome.
good. He's so fucking
And
good. I
that
can't.
one interception to Isaiah McKenzie wasn't his fault. McKenzie should have held on to that.
Yeah, I don't. I figured there was going to be. I mean, I didn't think Stafford was going to throw what 4 interceptions, but
I think it was only 3.
oh my god, yeah. Von Miller,
Rams, yeah, looked a little bit worse than
yeah.
last year.
Von Miller showed up in that game too. He played a huge part in that game. He was awesome.
Bills defense looked insanely scary up front, and I think they're missing one of their starting safeties.
They don't even have Tre'Davious White, their best cornerback.
Yeah, don't have Tre'Davious White either. Wow,
Unbelievable. I know.
Those games are gonna suck for the fucking Patriots.
James Conner just fumbled.
Oh,
I haven't. You fucker. All right. I think that's everything for Thursday night, unless you had something else.
Yeah, no, but the Bills are going to put up a bunch of points and let the Patriots score no points when they play them.
Yeah. The Bills are just going to put up points.
Looked awful.
Yeah.
I expected them to lose. Do not get me wrong. And I'm thoroughly impressed that they shut them out in the second half. But that first half was just garbage. Garbage.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill would catch the ball and they would just look at him. Someone goes to try and tackle him, doesn't even help him. I was like,
well,
what?
You can only say so much when it comes to Tyreek Hill.
I saw someone run up the field, pass someone that was going to tackle Tyreek, and just wait for him to come 5 yards up to meet him. And he beat him.
I mean, it's Tyreek Hill. That's what he does. Tyreek Hill was doing Tyreek Hill things out there. I can't believe he didn't score.
That
Jalen Waddle gashed you guys.
Had 18
on
points.
That one play.
Yeah, on 4th and 3. It was 4th and 3. Fucking shot it right up the middle to Waddle. It was gone.
I mean, you definitely put pressure on Tua in the second half. So I guess if there's anything to kind of come out of that game and be positive about, it's that your defense did eventually shut him down. I think all the games that I was watching, I thought everyone looked kind of sloppy in the first half, like all over across the league.
I know, but that was bad.
Yeah.
Offensive line was just miscommunicating the whole game. That can be cleaned up. But the biggest thing, we're not going to score more than 20 points in a single fucking game this year.
I want the odds for that.
Most explosive player we have is Damian Harris.
Don't forget, you have Nelson Aguilar.
Okay, he's fast. He can't really do anything else.
Of Eagles fame.
He might be the best receiver, but I think the best overall pass catcher we have is fucking Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
I don't understand. What are you gonna do with Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, and
Jacoby Myers?
Jacoby Myers is probably the best receiver.
He had a good catch. He had a really impressive catch from there.
Move all of those receivers to another team. They're wide receiver 3, wide receiver best at 2. Maybe I don't know. I don't even know where some of these guys will be.
They're lucky to get a reception.
It's bad. Zero explosiveness on the offense.
Yeah.
Matt Patricia can never call plays again. Don't let him near the offensive room. Fire him right now.
I don't know why I heard that he was calling plays on offense, and I was like, "Is he a defensive coordinator?"
I don't know. I didn't think they would actually do it. I didn't think they were dumb enough to. But they did, and Joe Judge was just sitting there kind of smirking internally. It was just so bad. so many questionable plays, so many just very basic concepts that will never work on an NFL field.
Yeah.
Fuck Matt Patricia, dude. That might be all I have to say. I like I said, defense impressed me most in the second half.
Yeah.
But in the first half, defense just stood there and watched them.
So on my end, it's the exact opposite, where defense impressed me in the first half for the Eagles, and then the second half almost blew it. I don't know
Against
how much
who?
you can. The Detroit Lions. Now, I think. Now, listen to me. I don't think you can take this game too much into account with them pulling in close, because the Lions did that last year with so many teams where they are within one score, and they're not that bad. They have terrible records, but they're in games.
Mm-hmm.
So the offense looked awesome. We had a couple false starts and miscommunications that can be cleaned up. But when that happened, it wasn't like an automatic like death to the drive. Like, we ended up picking up first downs after getting those penalties, or
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I loved most about Hurts today was, and what I hated about Wentz, is he didn't try to play hero ball. When he got rushed out of the pocket, he would either run, take the couple yards that he could get, or if he knew there was nothing, he'd get rid of it. He got sacked like once or twice, maybe. He never like had negative plays when he was getting rushed. So That's what I was happy about. And he made some great throws. AJ Brown.
AJ Brown went off today.
AJ Brown is awesome. He put that ball right in his bucket there.
Did he have a touchdown? He did have a touchdown, right?
No, I think I believe all our touchdowns were rushing touchdowns.
Gotcha.
I think it was Hurts, Sanders, Scott, Gainwell, and then maybe we did have a passing one. I'd have to look.
I'm really happy that Miles Sanders only got that one touchdown. Jesus Christ. He was having a good game.
He was, man, our running offense, just like last year, looked good. I don't know about our line on the pass game. I mean, Hurts didn't have a lot of time for things to really develop. I didn't like that Devonta Smith didn't get any looks.
But
no catches. Whoa.
That was surprising.
Like I think there's some things that can be cleaned up. I didn't like on the defense. I don't think I saw Jordan Davis or Nakobe Dean out there once.
Jordan Davis finally came in. He came in like the second quarter.
And that's who we should have had in there, because we were getting gashed by DeAndre Swift left and right.
I was seeing people bitch on Twitter about it.
He was, like, even though it was close at the end, I never really worried. I was like, the Lions we're not going to lose the Lions, but it's a little concerning. And I didn't think Nakobe Dean was going to be in a lot to begin with. I thought maybe later in the year, but I thought Jordan Davis was going to be like out there, and he should have been out there to clog up some of those holes for sure.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Other than that, I was more worried about the offense than anything, and they showed up today. They were awesome.
38 points. Yeah.
AJ Brown is going to be. I mean, that's what we signed him for. That's what we traded and signed him for. He did exactly what we wanted, and Hurts threw the ball very well. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
It was good. Who do we play next week? I got to look real quick. I feel like a bad fan when I don't know who we play off the top of my head, but I'm like, this one game. Oh, I don't like that. That might be a loss. Vikings on Monday night next week.
Vikings on Monday night. Well, they're not looking so hot right now.
They just scored again. Should be. They're
up 16-0. Oh, yeah.
Jefferson just scored. But I will say, our worst thing that was always our worst thing, our pass defense, was good today. Jared Goff made a couple of throws, but I mean the defense, I don't know.
Amon-Ra St. Brown dropped a lot of balls.
Yeah. Not good. But that's it for my Eagles talk. I think we'll see what. Never mind. We'll be fine. We'll win because it's Kirk Cousins in prime time. I forgot about that. We'll be good.
Yeah. we're playing the Steelers next week, and I'm going to that game with Shane.
Yeah, and I don't. Well,
Still need to
you're
buy.
gonna.
Well, he still needs to buy tickets.
Yeah, he'll get 'em.
So
You guys. Whew, well, you're lucky. If TJ Watt's out, it might not be so bad.
TJ Watt is out. TJ Watt tore his pec.
Oh, he's out. He's done for the season.
He's
Then.
out. Yeah.
Holy shit.
He even like mouthed like during the game. You could see it on a. They had him, and someone read his lips. He was like, "I tore my pec."
Ooh, that's not good because he had a fucking game.
Monster
I
game.
think he had like 3 sacks, an interception, a fumble.
But it was weird after every sack that he had, the Bengals gained like another 24 yards on the next play.
It was the Steelers should have won. No, they did win that game, but it shouldn't have even been close. I mean,
It should not have gone to overtime at all.
They had 5 turnovers, and they almost at the beginning. I was texting Shane. I'm like, dude, Steelers look great. They're going to be awesome. And then Shane's like texting me. He's like, I'm losing years off my life in this game right now.
Well, even when they had 4 turnovers, it was still 17-6. I was like,
Yeah. So the defense looked amazing. Offense, not so great. Mitch didn't look terrible, but
no, Mitch was not good.
Mitch was Mitch.
Mitch was yeah.
Mitch was Mitch.
I think a lot of people were expecting him to do better, me included. But he was just good old Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah,
doesn't matter where he is.
Those Steelers fans are definitely going to be calling for Pickens soon.
Pickett. Yeah,
Pickett.
Well, Pickens also didn't really do anything today. He was out there, but didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I think that'll change. That's kind of how it is with rookies a lot. The first couple weeks, you don't really see them get much, and then they really show up after that.
Yeah.
Game? Well, I got one other thing actually. It was what's his name? The receiver for the Bengals. Why am I blanking? Yeah, Jamar Chase was not showing up at all, and then all of a sudden
in the second half he went off.
All of a sudden I checked fantasy and Nate's projected to win, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?" And I see Jamar Chase has 28 points or something, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
great."
Oh my God, the Packers look terrible. Roger just threw a pick.
And no.
He is. You're seeing him missing Devontae Adams right now.
That must be on the.
That
must have just happened live.
Yeah. Thing. Where do you want to go next? You want to go to San Francisco or up to Soldier Field?
Yeah, let's go up to Soldier Field.
Go up to the community pool up in Chicago.
What the hell was that?
Like I said when I was texting you, I don't know if like they just put in new grass, and I don't know if it's like the drainage system there.
They shoved the grass down the drains too, I guess. Like
you should have. Did you watch at the end? You couldn't even see the game because the camera.
There was water all over the camera. It was. As the game went on, it started raining even worse.
It was a terrible game, but you know what? If I was playing in it, I think I would have had so much fun. Especially if I was a Chicago Bear, because they showed up and they really impressed me, to be honest. The defense was solid. I think they were just good. Justin Fields has a couple nice throws, a couple nice runs. He looked comfortable.
I think Justin Fields and Trey Lance are the same person. I think they're awful.
I'm not going to put
terrible.
I'm not going to put too much stock into the quarterback performances in those games.
No, definitely not.
We'll see with Trey Lance. I don't know. I can't say much about him, but
the 49ers
that game was
fucked themselves by going with Trey Lance instead of Garoppolo. They would have won that game with Garoppolo, I think.
Yeah, I feel like him will throw it better.
The way the offense worked with him behind center was a lot more dynamic. He could make the throws that he needed to make consistently.
Yeah.
Even in the rain, he would have been able to. I don't know.
I don't know. I think once it started to rain like that and I saw that field, I was like, I think no matter what happens, the Bears were going to win that game just because it was so like, it was just tailor made for the Bears to win.
Well, in the first quarter, they were both just overthrowing everything. It was just like, come on, do something.
Mm-hmm. You know it's serious when you see quarterbacks who don't normally go with two gloves wearing two gloves.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. But yeah, there's not much going on with that game. There's other. Where do we want to go next? I think the most. This game didn't surprise. Two games that didn't surprise me, but might have surprised other people is Texans Colts and then Falcons Saints. That was actually the Colts' performance was surprising. Let's talk about the Colts because that was.
Colts kind of
Forgot about Jonathan Taylor.
well,
They just forgot they have the best running back in the league.
you're right. They completely underused him. But this one was more the Texans impressed me a lot.
They did. They were good.
I wasn't
were
so
good.
much like I don't think the Colts were fucking themselves over that much, but the Texans were just like winning every matchup that they possibly could.
Defense showed up for them for sure.
Until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I know. That was just so like Texans there. It was like, what are you gonna do?
Davis Mills looked really good.
Mm-hmm. Damian Pierce did not get the kind of share I thought he was going to, and that was unfortunate for fantasy.
They went with Burkhead way too often.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. They didn't forget about Jonathan Taylor. He still had 161 rushing yards.
Yeah, but he didn't have any touchdowns. So.
One. He had one.
Oh, he had one?
He had that
oh, yeah, that's right.
He had the one that got them within one score.
Michael Pittman went off today.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what? Maybe the Colts did shoot themselves in the foot. Alec Pierce dropped the touchdown in the end zone that he should have had.
Yeah, they were like, I don't know. They tied, which is like the most Texans Colts thing I can think of. It was very funny. I couldn't believe. I feel like every year we get a week one tie now, and I love it. It's like my new favorite week one tradition, just some random fucking tie. And I thought we were going to get two in that Steelers game.
Yeah. What was it, a 55-yarder to win it? He missed the first 55-yarder, then he got the second one somehow.
Chris Boswell might be the worst kicker in week one ever.
The worst, most clutch kicker.
Yeah. He did this a couple years ago against the Browns when they tied in week one.
Oh,
and
really?
He did it. I think it was the Bengals and Steelers last year. They had a back and forth in overtime. I don't think they tied, but they just kept missing field goals back to back. It was
the Lions and Steelers tied last year. I remember that.
That's what it was. That was Lions and Steelers. That was the game.
I'm pretty sure they both missed like 2 or 3 field goals apiece in overtime. Yeah. It was bad.
The one, I don't know how he kicked it, but it just was like a knuckleball. It was going all over the place.
Oh, yeah. The one that doinked. Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw it. It was like, oh, it's going wide. Oh, it's going right down the middle. Oh, doink.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck was that?
I thought that was cool.
But speaking of field goals, the Browns kicker fucking nailed that one.
Dude.
Right down the fucking middle from 58.
That was good.
Holy shit. Our Baker tour may have ended early.
Well,
he brought him back, I guess. It didn't look like they were going to, but
Browns had a really good game plan. Kareem Hunt went off.
Oh my God, yeah, he was awesome. And I don't know why anyone would be surprised with Jacoby Brissett because he did the same thing with the Colts. He's just a solid quarterback. He is a great backup quarterback to have.
There were a couple games there where he had to come in for Brady. Because it was when Garoppolo got hurt too.
Yeah, he won Brady one or two.
Suspended for Deflategate.
He's good. He's solid. I think, especially winning that game, I think he keeps them above 500 before Watson gets back, and that puts them in a decent spot to make the playoffs.
Yeah. They definitely need more.
I think some people
dynamic quarterback play.
Yeah. I think some people forgot that the Browns still have some dudes, though. Like, the defense was. They ended up letting them back in, but man, they
Miles
were
Garrett and
really
Jadeveon Clowney.
clowny. They've got that Greg Newsome. They got that one. Who is it? Ward, whatever his name is. They got. I don't know. I'm forgetting names now, but their defense is solid. So I think
Yeah.
they'll be all right after watching that game.
I think they will be too. Nothing really happened in the Ravens game. It's kind of what we expected, right?
No. Yeah, Lamar had some great passes, and that was a really shitty game too, where it was bad weather.
Yeah.
His pass to Devin Duvernay, it was beautiful. Just dropped it right in the bucket, right over the head.
That one and the 55-yard touchdown to Bateman.
Yeah, that was a great throw, but that he was wide open. So if he would have missed that, that would have been bad. That's
Yeah,
just
but
what
it was still
happened.
pretty.
It
Still
was.
pretty.
And he has those passes. He can make those good downfield passes. It's like some of those like touch passes sometimes that he misses. Like the one when they went for 2 against the Steelers last year and he just was just a little bit short to Mark Andrews to win.
Yep.
So I can't take much out of that game right now. We'll see what happens when they play a real team and like not a downpour. So
yeah,
Jets
one without Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I think the Jets are going to be the Jets again this year. I don't care what anyone else said. They're not going to. I think even when Zach Wilson gets back,
yeah,
I think they're just going to be the Jets.
Yeah. Last game that happened, Commanders Jaguars.
Oh, fuck you, Jaguars! I can't believe it. Carson Wentz handed that ball to the Jaguars on a silver fucking platter. Carson Wentz did what Carson Wentz does, and somehow he threw an interception 2 feet in front of him, where he like tried to missile the ball through the line, and the guy who caught it, that was a great catch.
Trayvon Walker, dude.
Was that Trayvon Walker?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He had a sack and an interception in his debut game.
People were giving them shit for drafting him, but I saw the sacks and he put pressure on Wentz, but
yeah,
that was like an impressive catch even for a wide receiver. He was like, yoink, I'll take that.
To keep on his feet after that was awesome.
And I'm mainly mad at them because 1, fuck Carson Wentz, and 2, that was the only leg. Well, we'll see about this Cardinals game, but I would have won an underdog parlay that I put together, and Jags +3 lost. And I thought everything looked so good for a while, and then everything went for a while there. It was
25-22, wasn't it?
No, it was 28-22.
No, I mean like at one point I thought it was 25-22.
It was or something like that. I don't know.
It's +3 right there.
But I got at one point I was like, I'm gonna win literally all my bets in this first slate because it was looking like that. It looked like it was gonna be. I was like, oh my God, this has never happened to me. I'm gonna win this parlay too. and then the Eagles lost by 5. Not lost. We won by 3 instead of 5 or more. And then it was just so sad. But
yeah.
We didn't talk much about the Saints though.
Oh, that's the one we forgot about.
Yeah. Falcons did what the Falcons do. They falconed it. I wish I would have had the wherewithal to take the Saints live money line because God, they looked like they were just dominating. Drake London had a couple nice passes.
Yeah, he looks good.
A couple nice catches. Mm-hmm. Mariota looked good. Defense was looking good, and then they just do what the Falcons do. And I just don't get. This is what I'm talking about with narratives never changing. Ever since that Super Bowl, they have just done that over and over again. They just fuck it all up.
Mariota's not the one.
I think Desmond Ridder starts before the end of the year, and I think they turn it around. He was good. Like, people don't give him enough credit for how good he was at Cincinnati. He didn't lose them a lot of games, and he won them a couple of those games too. And with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, they're putting together a nice little, set of weapons for him.
Those are 2 big bodies to try and fucking defend every week.
Yeah, and if they just get, I mean, Mike Davis doesn't do much for me. I think you get a nice running back next year, you're solid. They can be a good team. I don't know about their defense.
Patterson wasn't doing bad today.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Cordarrelle. Oh, he won me a lot of fantasy games last year. I got him off the waiver wires. He's one that all of a sudden he'll have like 15. He'll have like 4 touchdowns and 150 yards total. That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, next week, since I'm going to the Steelers game, when do you want to record?
um,
I don't know if I'll be back on Sunday night, but I have Monday off and Tuesday I'm not doing anything either, so I'll still be here.
we can do it Monday then.
Want to do it Monday night? Actually,
Sure.
we can do it. We can do it anytime on Monday. I just took Monday off.
I'm pretty busy all Monday, so I'll have to do it like before probably the night game, or even
Awesome.
during. Yeah, Mondays are my really busy days, so.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah, I'm free all day Monday.
awesome. Great football week. It's awesome to have it back. These afternoon games are not quite as close right now. There we go, Derek Carr. There we go, Derek Carr.
That's what I was gonna say before we left. All these afternoon games kind of blow. Titans up 13-0 right now. Vikings up 17-0. Chiefs up 23-7.
Some of those first slate games looked kind of boring at first. And then they ended up being close. So
this Raiders Chargers one should get good.
Yeah, I think that it's just had a slow start. At first, I was like, "Ooh, our Derek Carr parade does not start now, Grady." But that was a beautiful pass right there. So I've just a live touchdown pass parlay update. Aaron Rodgers has 0. Patrick Mahomes has cashed with his 3. Herbert has 2. Derek Carr has 1. And I think Kyler Murray has 0. Come on! I need to win this, or else I'm gonna have to.
Wait, did the Chiefs get a safety?
What?
Because you said Mahomes had 3 touchdown passes.
Yeah, he does.
7.
I think they missed an extra point and kicked a field goal.
Oh, okay. In the second quarter.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. I was gonna say the Cardinals just suck ass.
Do you want to do a little preview for the 2 primetime games?
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Fuck yeah. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot about them.
We still got 2 more games that haven't even started yet.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna come.
Wait, what's that one meme with the old guy? He's like, "Oh, I'm about to bust a nut."
I've never seen it. I thought you were talking about the Donald Trump one. I'm gonna come.
Oh, I'm about to bust. That's what it is. Oh, I'm about to bust.
So I got a question for you about tonight's game. I'm sure you may or may not have heard the swirling rumors about Tom Brady and his personal life. Do you think that's just media strumming up some bullshit to try and get at Brady again?
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought he just took 2 weeks off because his mom has cancer again. I don't know. I don't know that for sure, but it's a possibility. So maybe that's why he took off 2 weeks.
No, I think the 2 weeks he said he had like a pre-planned vacation that he went to or something. But there are rumors going around that Giselle has left and they might be getting divorced. And so, like, there's issues with him and Giselle, and
I don't think so.
Wanted him to retire. I think it's a load of shit.
She's been saying that for 10 years, literally. I heard that 10 years ago with the Patriots.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's just people trying to get some shit on Tom, like they always do. I think it's going to be nothing. Did you see his hype video he put out on Twitter?
I did. Season 23. Hashtag LFG.
Dude, his social media team is awesome.
He's pretty good on social media.
His videos go viral all the time when he does it. And yeah, because he's Tom Brady, but also because they're just good videos. And I think I think the Cowboys get fucked tonight.
I think they do as well.
I think Julio shows out.
I heard he was having a really good training camp and everything in preseason and just kind of went off.
Over 550.5 yards for the year. That's what I got for him.
You got the over on that?
I took the over on it.
Interesting.
A person I follow on Twitter who is a big Bucks person, he said that's his best bet for the year. So I said, I'll take it. Brady the Bucks are big on, I think every 100 yards he gets after 500, he gets like some kind of bonus in his contract, and the Bucks are always big on hitting those bonuses. So even if it's close in the last weeks, they'll get him over it.
Oh shit. So I just saw that.
Oh boy.
Mac Jones not made available to media after suffering back injury and lost to Miami Dolphins.
Bailey Zappi season, baby!
Required x-rays on it after the game. He walked under his own power to the x-ray room. But yeah.
Not great, Ian.
Oh, you want to question 5 and 12 now? Huh? The only thing I care about is being right.
I think at this point.
And if they're 5 and 12 and I'm right, I'll be happy.
You know what? This is the price all you fucking Patriots fans get to pay for all those championships. You made a deal with the devil, and now the devil's here for his fucking money.
He is.
But guess what? You'll end up not doing well this year, and you'll get C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young or something like that.
How about like a wide receiver that can do anything? Let's start there.
I mean, I think if you're top 3, you have to go for a quarterback.
How about a running back that can do anything?
Well, that's Patriots.
No, Mac Jones. Mac Jones is still the quarterback. This is not on him.
Yeah, I know. I can't blame him. It's just a litany of errors there.
It's just they're failing to provide him with weapons, and they can spend so much money with him being on his rookie contract. I don't get it.
Yep, I don't know why you wouldn't spend that money. I want to make a quick QB comparison before we move on to the Broncos game. When I was watching Bryce Young yesterday, he reminded me a lot of Patrick Mahomes. Just some of the stuff that he did, some of the throws he made. And like he can run, but he doesn't want to. He wants to make the throw first, and he'll run if he has to. And God bless any team that gets to draft him this year. And I don't know who it's going to be, but because
he's small. He's so small.
He is.
He's 6 foot 200.
It'll be very upsetting if he goes to Detroit. I would like
Mahomes?
him to not go to Detroit.
Mahomes is like 6'5", 230, something like that.
Yeah. Not build, just the way he played.
I know, but
very different sizes.
6'3".
So how do we think Seattle's going to react when Russell gets back? Think he gets booed, or do you think they cheer?
I think they'll cheer because he was traded.
But he kind of won it out. There's been he had won it out for a while. I think they'll cheer too because he brought them their only Super Bowl.
Exactly. Awesome. There's no reason to boo him. It's not like he's like a I don't even know.
He doesn't.
Who would you boo?
Huh?
I don't even know. The Patriots didn't.
I mean, you cannot boo Tom Brady when he comes back.
But how about
I will boo Carson Wentz.
Oh, okay, all right, that makes sense.
But I mean,
he got you to the season that gave you your only Super Bowl in however many years.
I don't. He's just so he's just not.
So
I don't want to say a good person, but
got hurt in the last regular season of the game, but they still won the Super Bowl that year. You would still boo Russell Wilson.
No, but it's different because Russell Wilson won that Super Bowl, and then he was still Russell Wilson after that. Carson Wentz went through that season and was so amazing, and then he'd show like flashes of that, and then it would just like the next play he'd do one of his dumb interceptions or fumbles. Like that year, I thought he was God. Like I was like, this is the next Tom Brady. He does all the right things. He steps up in the pocket. He does everything that you want a quarterback to do. And
Does
then after
God
that,
get stress fractures in his back?
or get double sprained ankles. That happened last year. But I don't know. He was just so like just a bitch about everything after. I think that's why like Russell Wilson is someone who I don't think likes other people. Like he likes to be liked. He doesn't want anyone to not like him. So he does everything in his power to be liked. Like he's just, Mr. Unlimited. And but Carson Wentz was just such a poo-poo ginger baby. But anyway, I think the Broncos go in there and they fucking dominate Seattle.
I think the Broncos are going to score less points than people are thinking, but I still think they'll win. I think it's going to be closer than people think.
Really?
Seattle secondary is still fucking awesome.
Okay.
So other
I
than
just
that,
think
I don't know if they'll, as long as they can get consistent pressure, I think they'll be fine. But if they can't, they're fucked.
I just think they just got so many weapons all over the place for Russell to throw it to. I mean, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, not Dotson.
I know, but they've had these same guys for 2 years now.
Yeah, but Drew Lock was throwing them the ball.
And Teddy Bridgewater's not that bad.
No, Teddy Bridgewater's like
he didn't do anything
Brissett.
with them either.
Yeah.
They still all have to prove themselves, is what I'm saying. Yeah, they look really good on paper, but
I have to figure out who the fuck this Penn State player's name is that's on Denver. He was so good at Penn State.
Is he a wide receiver?
He's a wide receiver. KJ Hamler. God.
KJ Hamler. Yeah, Hamler did good last year.
They have him there too. So.
Yeah, Hamler did pretty damn good last year, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully, all I care about is if Russell Wilson scores like 20 points, I think I'll be good. I think I'll win this week.
Yeah. Oh, you know who I forgot about? Forgot AJ Green was a Cardinal. And he was on that team last year.
Yeah. Dude, I think Shane's gonna win it all. Gonna win all the points this week.
You think?
John's right behind him, but John doesn't have any more. John only has 2 people playing right now.
Does Shane have like 130 something points?
134.
Yeah, I
need. And he still has the second half of Kyler Murray, Travis Kelce, and Marquise Brown.
Oh yeah, Kyler Murray hasn't done much. We'll see. I still got the second half of Justin Herbert, James Conner, and well, that's it.
What do you got? 114? Oh, okay.
I got Brandon McManus on Monday.
Projected 137. All right.
Brandon McManus he's gonna be kicking 15 extra points.
15. That means Russell Wilson's gonna be throwing and running in a bunch of touchdowns. Let's go.
And then that would absolutely put you on top for scoring.
It would. I think it would.
Oh yeah, Nate has is fucking Dak Prescott.
But it's going to be really close because right now it's 71-95 between me and Fiesta, and I have Russell Wilson, and he has the second half of Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen, and he still has Jerry Jeudy in the Broncos defense tomorrow.
I thought she was going to lose this week. She's murdering Corey. He has Ezekiel Elliott and Tampa Bay defense. She still has Tyler Lockett, Dalton Schultz.
Well, he also had Amari Cooper had 4.7 points. Kyle Pitt had 4.
Jesus.
Cam Akers had 0, obviously.
Yeah, earlier she was like, I think I'm going to lose this week, but that's okay. But I didn't look. I think that was before Lamar.
Dude, she has Justin Jefferson.
I was going to say, it helps Justin Jefferson has 158 yards, 6 receptions, and 2 touchdowns. She might win the lowest scoring match of the week. Naka's team is scary with fucking he's got Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, that combination.
It's so reliant on those two though. That's Brees
It
Hall.
is.
Today Brees Hall was not the lead back. Michael Carter.
No. He was, yeah, Michael Carter was projected for more. That's the thing. Like with those rookies, you can have them, but you can't put them in until like, because even Justin Jefferson, his rookie year, he broke all those records, but like first couple of weeks, he didn't really do much.
I don't think it's Naka. Everyone has been saying to start Brees Hall. Like everyone.
Oh. Well, yeah. I should have. Elijah Moore didn't do much more than Damian Pierce, but
he's basically capped off. I mean, his first pick or second pick, Mark Andrews only got 10 points.
oh yeah, I forgot Jesus. How the fuck did we let someone who took Mark Andrews in the second round get Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen?
I think he took Diggs
I
first.
think those are his 3 first picks. Never mind. He definitely, yeah, he took Diggs, Andrews, and then Allen. Never mind.
That's
yeah,
terrible.
He's super reliant on that.
It's still terrible.
I don't know.
I was talking to John about fantasy at the bar on Friday night, and he was like, "Yeah, Naka's team looks pretty good." I was like, "No, it is entirely dependent on Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs."
The fucking John this morning. I've got a John story for you. So Fiesta sent us a text, and he goes, "Boys, let's get together an anytime touchdown scorer parlay." And he put it in as ATTS. And admittedly, when I first looked at it, I thought it was against the spread. John, but I looked at it again and was like, okay. John definitely just like didn't look at it, and he gave us like 2 different spreads that he liked. And I just texted Shane, and I was like, John just completely ignoring the message again, just sending whatever he wants. It's like, how perfect.
This morning, he probably just woke up at 11.
Yeah, he probably did just wake up
because he had to work today. So, and man, I know he does. He likes to avoid those afternoon games as much as he can and watch them on Monday.
Really?
Because he works like every Sunday. So.
Yeah. That'd be tough. I wonder if he just. Do you think he doesn't look at fantasy until like
he doesn't? Maybe not fantasy, but he doesn't. He really does not look at the scores.
Oh my god, I don't know if I could ever do that. Like I'd still be checking scores constantly, or even like looking at it after.
Yeah, I would be too. There's no way I couldn't just whip my phone out if I'm like in the bathroom or something.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is reminding everyone that he's Patrick Mahomes. He is just lighting up the Cardinals.
Oh, I'm Patrick Mahomes. That's kind of what he sounds like, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Some mix between Squidward and Kermit the Frog.
Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do the impression, and I was like, this just sounds like too much like Kermit.
That's what he is. This
also doesn't sound right, but
you're close.
I'm Patrick Mahomes.
I'm
I was just talking to Coach Reed, and he decided we should do some crazy fucking play on the goal line.
I don't have Tyreek Hill, so I just can't throw him the ball anymore. So I actually have to work to be good.
No, he's not trying at all. He's just fucking lobbing it, and it's going everywhere he wants right now. Oh my god! Everyone, okay.
Juju's having a good game.
Juju had the ball punched down on him. What's his? Is he having good points?
Besides that, yeah, I think he has like almost 12.
Ooh, Shane sent me a Hail Mary play for the day. Holy shit!
Oh god damn it!
Shane just sent me an 11 pick plus 20,000 parlay for tonight. Ezekiel Elliott, CeeDee Lamb, Leonard Fournette, and Mike Evans all to score. Dak and Tom over 304.5 passing yards, both to have 3+ passing touchdowns.
Oh my god.
Zeke over 49.5 rushing yards, Leonard Fournette over 59.5, and first half over 25.5. All those seem very realistic to me, except for that first half over.
Dude, who does he owe money? That sounds like the parlay that he wins at the end of Uncut
No,
Gems.
he just always ends up. Shane always ends up hitting random parlays like that, like all the time. Like when I was with him, he had like a boosted parlay on DraftKings that he put in, and he won like $700.
Jesus.
So he's just got like a limited bankroll in DraftKings every so often.
That's awesome.
Plus, I think he follows some people where he just gets good picks and wins.
Has that insider info.
But I think he got fucked in the first slate, so because he had a lot of the opposite picks as me, and I had a pretty good first slate.
But yeah, hopefully the rest of fantasy goes well for you. I hope these games are good. I hope the game tonight is really good.
I know. I'm so excited for Sunday Night Football. Don't
Are you
forget.
ready for some football?
Don't forget. This is a reminder to everyone who's going to be watching this possibly after or before. It's Troy and Joe. It is no more. It's no Al and Chris. It's not Al and Chris are the best on TV. It's going to be Joe and Troy are the best on TV.
All right, I'm gonna hang up now. You just ruined my life. I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
God damn it.
I was so excited, and then I was like, fuck, it's Joe and Troy. Or wait, never mind. I think they do Monday.
Yeah,
I think it's no. I was wrong. They do Monday night.
I don't even
They do
know if
Monday
it's
night.
Monday. I thought they were on like their own
No, they do
separate
Mondays.
broadcast.
They do Mondays with ESPN. Tonight is Collinsworth and not Tessitore. Fucking the other NBC guy who's everywhere. The black guy. I don't
Mike
remember his
Tirico.
name, but yeah, Tirico and Collinsworth.
Oh, I love Mike Tirico.
Okay. So we're still gonna get the slide.
Good.
We're still gonna get now. Here's a guy. Okay. Phew.
I love Mike Tirico's voice is good.
I almost ruined the tonight for myself.
You almost did. Yeah, I was almost really mad and I was not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Probably won't end up
Don't
watching
forget,
that much of it anyway.
It didn't happen this week because it was not typical Thursday night. But
yeah.
Also Thursday you have Kirk Herbstreit and Al.
Kirk Herbstreit, fuck you.
You don't like Kirk?
Why don't you go ogle someone's wife?
Okay.
Do
I
it
don't know that.
Do it somewhere besides national TV. No,
I don't know that story.
When it was during the Alabama national championship game against Notre Dame, I think. It was the QB's girlfriend.
It was AJ McCarron's girlfriend.
AJ McCarron's girlfriend.
Yes. The most famous girlfriend in NFL history.
That's it.
Other than Brittany Mahomes now, yes. Oh my God. I remember my mom and dad being like, Jesus, they won't stop talking about his girlfriend.
I remember watching the game live. They would not stop cutting.
They'd be like, wow,
it's so funny.
Over there. Oh my God. Oh, you almost had Renfro fumble right now, but all right. Anyway.
Kirk Herbstreit looks like he could be related to Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser's been in the news lately.
Yeah, because he's back playing a fat ass in some movie.
He is kind of fat as well.
It's prosthetics. I don't think it's.
No, I know. I think there's a lot more on it, but he's definitely not the Brendan Fraser of George in the Jungle.
Yeah, or the Mummy. All right, we're talking about Brendan Fraser. We better get out of here.
That's our note to finish it. Wait,
right,
10 seconds. So it's exactly an hour 30. 5, 4.
Well, that's on the call. That's not on the recording.
Never mind. Goodbye.